and welcome back to my channel. Today we're getting into my Louis Vuitton Maxi Multi Pochette review. This I've had for a little while. I got it over the summer on my trip to Lisbon. Surprisingly, it is just the most phenomenal bag and I can't recommend it more. So I'm going to get into all of the details about it and why this bag should be next on your list. By the way, if you're new here, hi, my name is Morgan. I make videos about luxury handbags, fashion, and lifestyle. So if that's your thing, please subscribe and turn on notifications. I upload once a week and I would love to have you here. And let's get into the modeling shots, what fits inside, features, pros and cons, buying advice, and all the other details you need to know about the Louis Vuitton Maxi Multi Pochette. I'm going to get into the features of the bag and show you what it's all about and why I love it so much. This is just a shoulder bag style. It comes with a second strap, which I'll get out in a minute. There's no back pocket, but there is this generous front pocket that fits a phone. It's a snap closure on the front, so it's very easily accessible. It's actually quite generous. You can see it protrudes a little bit, so it's not like completely flat on the front, so you can fit a good amount of things in the front pocket. It's a gold zipper and hardware. On the inside, it is lined in a canvas material and you have a slip pocket in the back. Otherwise, it's just a big open space. On the bottom, you don't have any feet, but this is made of Louis Vuitton canvas, so it's virtually indestructible. I've taken this on my trip to India. It got caught in the rain. Nothing has happened to this bag. It is super durable. It's trimmed in this hot pink, beautiful leather with a little bit of white detailing as well. You have the second shoulder strap. This one is adjustable by a buckle closure. I'll show you what fits inside this bag. I have packed it full of items. I'll show you it full first and just pull out what I've got in here. In the front, this is what the pocket looks like. We have my passport and my iPhone 12 Pro Max. On the inside zipper pocket, here is what it looks like. Now my car key is downstairs, but it would have fit in here as well, down in this little corner here. But we have sunglasses in a soft case, a mini pochette filled with like hand sanitizer, makeup bits, those little odds and ends that I would have in my bag, a small compact wallet, small snack bar, a hand wipe, and a set of keys. So I would have had a little more room for like small little odds and ends, but I think that shows about what you would need on a daily basis. Can fit in this bag very easily. Let's get into the pros and cons of this bag. I'm going to be honest, this is going to be a very I love this bag kind of pros and cons list, so it was hard for me to find cons. Like, I really tried to look at this as if I was someone who was very, very picky, and I tried to pick out some things that maybe you might want to look out for if your lifestyle is different. But this bag works perfectly for me, and honestly, I'm being very nitpicking giving you cons on this one. Biggest pros is that you have two straps. You have the shoulder bag style and you have the crossbody. However you like to wear your bag, you have an option. You can even fully remove both straps and use this as a pouch, like say inside of your Neverfull. You have a lot of versatility with this. One of the cons though is that the smaller strap has this like loop, so you have to remember to put that one on first, clip the other side. The longer strap has two hooks to it. I'm not really sure why they did like the loop feature on one and then two clips on the other. So it might annoy some people that the short strap takes a little more time to put on, but honestly, it's really not that hard. Another pro to this bag is just sheer versatility. You can do so many things with this bag. Such an easy bag to use and style because you have those other straps, and you can wear it in so many different ways. Crossbody, on the shoulder, with two straps, with one strap, as a pouch in your other bags. You have options with this bag. Because it has two D-rings as well, you could even attach a twilly as a handle if you wanted to use it in that way too. One con I will say is that if you are shorter, this crossbody strap can be a tiny bit short depending on where you like your crossbody to hit. I typically like to have my crossbody hit a little bit higher up so it's like not bouncing around my legs when I'm walking. So in that case, if you're, probably 5'2" or below, you might just want to take this and have an extra hole punched around this area. There is stitching here, and I don't know if that would affect the integrity of how the strap is, but you can get at least one more hole right over here, so that'll give you about another ½ inch. But you'll see on the mod shots, I'll show you on the longest length and the shortest length, and you can kind of judge if, even if you're shorter, if you would still wear it at its shorter length. The biggest pro to this bag, and why I immediately fell in love with it after just one use, is this front pocket. It is the perfect size. And it's very easy to get in and out of because it's a snap, but it looks like a buckle. People probably aren't gonna think like, oh, let me try to get into her bag that way, because it looks like it buckles in and it would, you know, take time to get in and out. If you want to keep all your valuables zipped up here and just your phone here for easy access, nothing is easier than using this bag in that way. And also I took this to India, and I want to point this out because in India, like the cash, when you have cash, it's always in big huge wads. The amount of notes that you need, even just to have, you know, like $100 worth of cash on you, if it's in small bills, will end up being like a stack. So this pocket, if you live in India and you carry cash around with you, best cash pocket. Seriously, so convenient. Like if you're going out shopping, it's just easy to like stick all your notes in here, and then I keep my wallet with my cards and everything inside the zipper pocket. It also makes for a really good travel bag because when I'm flying, I like to keep my like personal items like that I would have in my bag in my handbag, and then I put that inside of my carry-on tote. So accessing, like I would put my passport and my card in the front when I'm going through the airport. So if I'm duty-free shopping, or you know, I need to show my passport through security, it's easy to even just reach in the tote, kind of do this number, slide your hand in and get it out. The pocket alone would make me consider buying other colors if they do more colors in the future. Another pro to this bag is that it is trimmed in the colored leather versus the vachetta leather. I am one who just genuinely does not like the vachetta leather when it patinas. I have some bags with vachetta, but I've recently been trying to avoid it as much as possible. Have a beautiful canvas bag trimmed in a color matching leather was honestly the reason why I jumped on this bag when I saw it. Another pro to this bag is that they use the gold hardware. Now Louis Vuitton typically does tend to lean more towards using gold hardware. I feel like it makes this more of like a Barbie dream bag. I don't know, there's just something about gold and bright pinks together that I just absolutely love. One major con to this though is that this is a casual bag. You could probably take this out to a casual dinner, but this is not gonna look nice with a cocktail dress. You're definitely not taking it to a formal event. This is an everyday run around jeans and t-shirt, athleisure, your normal daily wear type of outfits. You can mix it with like a casual day dress, but this really doesn't pair very well with evening looks. I mean, people wear all types of bags with their evening looks, but if you're trying to dress for the occasion, I don't really think that this bag is appropriate for like a cocktail party or a formal type of event. And the biggest pro to this bag, I think, is that it is nearly indestructible because it is Louis Vuitton canvas. Typically when you see these bright pink bags from Louis Vuitton, they're in their leather line. To see this gorgeous, deep, beautiful pink color in canvas just makes the perfect combination for a carefree everyday bag. This is the type of bag that if you're not precious with your bags and you don't like baby them like I do, this one will last you pretty well. My buying advice for the Maxi Multi Pochette. This is a fairly new style, but it is a revamp of an older style Louis Vuitton. It's not exactly the same style, and the new one gives you more versatility with the two straps, but there is a very similar vintage style that comes in the brown monogram with a vachetta trim that you can get the look for less if you want to go for that. Now it doesn't really come in a bunch of colors, and definitely not this like beautiful pink color if you're looking for the pink, but I wanted to mention that option, that if you do want the style but you don't mind brown, that might be a way to go to save some money. This bag retails for $2,350 US. In Europe, it's 1,700 euros. So right there, even just buying in Europe, I bought mine in Europe, you save a lot. If you're living outside of Europe and shopping in Europe, then you get tax back. So what I paid for this bag was around $1,500. This for $1,500 at, you know, prices of bags today. happily take my money. You got another color? I mean, it does come in like a beigey color and a black, but I don't really like those. So if they do this bag in more bright colors in coming collections, it would be one I would consider getting a second. I'm not sure if it's available in every country on the online Louis Vuitton store, but the options that I can find within the US, UK, and UAE, if they're available in any of those, I will link them below in the description. What you can do is go to one of those links and change your country to check if it's available in your country as well. But I would advise you, even if you live where this is more expensive at the $2,350 mark, I think this bag is very much worth it. Think about something like the Chanel Classic Flap Mini. I mean, just look at the size difference. It seems to be a little fatter, but because of this front pouch and the length being more, you can fit so much more in this, and it doesn't actually look that big on the body. I think you do get a good amount of value even at the over $2,000 price point for the bag. Of course, a Neverfull is kind of around that same price bracket. I think maybe it's a tiny bit less than this, like on the US website, but honestly, I really think that this is a more useful, versatile, special bag that you could buy from Louis Vuitton, especially if you're not a tote girl. If you like shoulder bags or crossbody bags, this is the style I would recommend most right now. I want to show you how the bag looks on. I personally don't like how they look with both straps worn at the same time, but in case you do want to put both straps on, this is how the bag would look. I would probably put it crossbody and let the shorter one hang, because when you put it with the short strap and let the long one hang, it's like a little bit weird. Here's how the bag looks with the long strap. This is on the longest setting. My height is 5'6" tall, and I'm about a US size 6, UK size 10. There's also the option to put it at the shortest length. Now, I would probably wear it a couple of notches below the shortest length, to be honest, but if it is on the shortest length, you might find it still a little bit too long if you're very petite, depending on where you like your crossbody to hit. And here is how the shorter strap looks. It's a beautiful shoulder bag. It's super secure under your arm. It's a very lightweight bag too, so it's comfortable. Since I mentioned it earlier, I thought I would show you how a twilly would look on this bag. Probably how I would tie it as a handle. It makes it a little bit more compact of a strap, so it's more of like where you would hold the bag in your hand. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review and got some useful information out of it. If you did, please give it a like. This is such a great bag. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok to see how I style this bag and all of my other bags, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!